Okay, welcome to day 3 of the Lucid Dreaming podcast, Extra 8 hours. So, today, what I'm going to be talking about is a little bit how the anchor and priming technique worked, and I'm going to be talking about another step that I'm going to be adding into my lucid dreaming journey. Okay, so first the anchoring. So, last night I talked about how you can basically add anchors into your room to remind you that you should remember your dreams in the morning. Okay? Because remembering your dreams in the morning is the most foundational part of lucid dreaming. Reason for it, think of it like this. You could have, a full 8 good lucid dreams a night, but if you don't remember a single one of those lucid dreams, did you really have a lucid dream? That's the problem, right? It's kind of like if a tree falls down in a forest, does it really make any sound? Same idea. So, one of the most important things to do, remember your dreams. How you do that? Number one, be thoughtful, I guess you could say. Just having the thought to remember your dream in the morning is going to increase the amount you remember every morning by a lot. It's so simple. Just having it be the first thing on your mind in the morning is going to allow you to think of it and remember your dreams. And there's a bunch of reasons for this, okay? And we're not going to get into them, but I know I can give one that just makes sense. And it's that your dreams are being stored in your short-term memory. Meaning, I'm sure a lot of you have had the experience, but meaning that you will remember your dream for maybe the first 5 minutes of your day, and then once you get in the shower, it's gone. I know myself, I've had many dreams, many times where I did not write them down, right? I was not being diligent in practicing my dream journal. And I would remember my dream and think, holy frig, I can't believe I just dreamed that. 5 minutes later, I'm in the shower trying to remember what I dreamt. No clue. That's because the dream was stored in my short-term memory rather than my long-term memory. Our goal when it comes to dream recall is to figure out a way to get your dream memory from your short-term to your long-term. Best way you can do that is write it down. Now it's crystallized in the real world, and you can always go back and strengthen the memory by rereading what you wrote. A few notes on when you're writing down your dreams to make it more effective for lucid dreaming is to write your dreams down in the present tense. Okay. Reason being, this is going to allow yourself to imagine being in a dream and put you more into the old dream that you had. So what that means is when you have a lucid dream and you are in a dream, you're going to be able to recognize it more vividly. The other thing too, when you are writing down dreams, it's really important to try to write down as many details as you can. So that means trying to include all 5 senses, the touch, smell, sound, taste, sight. I couldn't remember the last one. So don't just write about what you saw. Basically, try to write about what you felt, what you smelled, any music you heard, how the music made you feel. Write down about your emotions. As mushy as it sounds, writing down your emotions from your dreams is actually a great way to anchor them because emotions typically are more solid memories than more abstract things or just what you see. Now, to go on to what I was talking about earlier, the anchoring. So, what I did last night is I moved my phone a little bit further away from my bed, and I just kept it on the top of my mind before I went to sleep that I should try to remember my dreams tomorrow morning. I don't know if you're watching the video form of this, but I am not doing very good in my stretches. So where were we? Basically, so remembering your dreams in the morning. So the anchoring. So what I did, the anchor, I just moved my phone very far from my bed. To be honest, it wasn't that far, but it was enough to get me to think for a second. Okay, why is my phone so far? Right, gotta remember my dream, and that helped me remember my dream last night. Last night I remembered 2 parts of 2 dreams. Okay, apart from each dream, basically. Whereas the nights before that, I was remembering very, very short blurbs. So it's getting better. Okay, day 3 now. I'm already remembering little segments of 2 different dreams. I remember one of them I was playing hockey, and the other one I was moving out of my house down the street to another house that looked the exact same. Not the most interesting dreams, but nonetheless, they were dreams that I had. Tonight, what I'm going to be working on is introducing a little bit of the mild technique and really just trying to improve my dream journaling. Okay, so that's 2 things. The first one, the mild technique. This is something pretty well known in the lucid dreaming world. It's probably, I would call it the backbone of how people have lucid dreams. And mild stands for mnemonic induced lucid dreams. What you do is basically before you go to sleep, you repeat to yourself a mantra about how you're going to remember your dreams tonight. So, to give you an example, right as I'm laying in my bed, laying on my back and ready to drift off to sleep forever, I say to myself, I am going to have a lucid dream tonight. I am going to have a lucid dream tonight. Blah, 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 blah. Same thing, over and over till you fall asleep. The mantra isn't what's important. What's important is the message, and that you kind of ingrain it, you could say, into your subconscious as you fall asleep, because you want that to be on the top of your mind, hopefully, when you enter into that dream, right? So that's why you do it the last thing before you fall asleep. The other thing, too, what you can do with that, instead of just saying that I'm going to have a lucid dream tonight, which is what I will be saying maybe a week from now, what I'm going to be saying tonight. Sorry, my local gym just called me on my phone, and I didn't answer, but they were trying to sell me something, I bet. So, what was I talking about? Basically, you are going to remember your dreams tonight. Say, I'm going to remember my dreams. I'm going to remember my dreams. I'm going to remember my dreams as you fall asleep. What this is going to do, again, it's going to ingrain in the subconscious that your main goal tonight is to remember what you dream. So when you dream and wake up, you will be more likely to remember it. The next thing that I was also going to briefly touch on is when you're writing in your dream journal, it's really important to have descriptive titles of what your dream was. So I'll give a little story. I remember back this was probably last year. I was in university. I was taking a communications course, business communications. I'm not sure how I'd rate it out of 10, but there were a few little nuggets that I took from the course that I still use today. And one of them was how to write good subject lines for emails. And basically the whole point in your email subject line is to write, it can be a long one, up to 10 words or 8 words, I think it was, but you have to write about what's actually happening in your email so that the person doesn't really have to click on it. They can read the email subject and know what's going to happen. So a good subject line might be request to remove garbage from address. You put your address. And you send that to the landlord who owns multiple properties, right? The landlord doesn't really even need to open the email to know what the email is about. Same thing when it comes to titling your dreams. I see a lot of people making the mistake of making one-word titles. So say they had a long dream. Say my dream last night was about how I moved out and I met a long-lost friend, and then that long-lost friend and me had a romantic relationship, something like that. What I would name it, if I was a bad namer of dreams, what I would name that dream would be something like moving out. 2 words, not even really putting any effort. A good dream title for that dream might be something like moving out and meeting my long lost love, and then put her name or his name if you're a girl, I guess, or if So yeah, that's pretty much the 2 big things that I wanted to cover today. I hope you guys are taking something useful from this. If not, no worries. Just leave a comment of what you want to see, and I'll definitely make a tutorial on it. I'm definitely going to be lucid dreaming quickly. This is going, we're back in the dream recall pretty easy. Tomorrow I expect I'll remember 2 full dreams, or at least 1 full dream. And yeah, so remember, guys, lucid dreaming is easy as long as you know what to do. Have a good day.